Angelfield Festival. Please put your hands together and make some noise. Welcome to the stage, Vincent Gambini!
The music, yeah. Can we have the music, yeah? Okay, I thought we said we'd have the track for walking on. Sorry. Oh no, I never sent you the link. Sorry, I never sent you the link to the track. Sorry, my bad. Okay. Okay. So, hi, hello everyone. Hello, hi, and good. Heckling at the start. That's good. Good hello to every. I mean, not everyone. Obviously in the world, I mean everyone here, and maybe people from home who are following via the stream. How is it going? How is it going? How is it? Good. Okay. I'm a little bit out of practice. You may notice it's my first gig since March 2020, so. It might take a while to get it right, but don't worry, I am a seasoned professional, so I'll be able to hide any mistakes. In fact, you're probably thinking, "What mistakes, Vincent? That opening was impeccable." You made a red cane appear just like that. Ooh, and another one. Whew. Whatever next, something with a handkerchief. That's the secret to a good opening for a magic act, is just keep the tricks coming, nice visual, snappy bits of fun, matter, passing through matter, just like that. Woo. And what now? Perhaps a trick with a rope. That's the secret to a magic act to starting. The thing you want to avoid at the start of a magic act, you want to avoid just, talking about stuff. You want to avoid mentioning the news, world issues. No one wants that at the start of a magic act. Just go straight to the magic. Do you know what I mean? Just go straight to the ordinary piece of rope, and so don't mention, especially bad stuff. You don't mention, well, like in our case, I guess, don't mention the pandemic and COVID and the months and months of isolation and hardship that we've all been going through in different ways. In my case, I guess it's, I sort of, I used to spend all my days practicing magic and doing shows, and I've stopped that entirely, and I just spent all these months on my phone reading the news, the news. You just to figure out what's happening, stay on top of. So I don't really, haven't really practiced very. In fact, when I first got the email to come to Angelfield, my first response was, well, no, I don't do magic anymore. I need to read the news on the phone, and that's all I'm good. That's all I'm doing. No, you're right. I should get to the magic. I should. Yeah. What am I doing? Don't mention the news. So ordinary piece of rope. Ordinarily, I would have it examined, but I can't because of code. So you're just gonna have to trust me. It's an ordinary piece of rope. You can. Get it in any magic store. Yeah, any magic store will sell these ordinary pieces of rope, and it has two ends and a middle, and most importantly, no trapdoors, no secret assistants. That's a bit of 1980s. That is actually literally 1980s magic patter. All magicians in the 1980s used to do no trapdoors, no secret assistants. And actually, speaking of the 1980s and rope magic, who here remembers the magician that towered above them all? Not so much in the second row, but in the 1980s. Silly question, of course, you all know. I mean, Paul Daniels. One person. Okay, Paul Daniels, yes. Paul Daniels, who enchanted millions in the 1980s with the Paul Daniels TV magic show. And the funny thing is, a couple of weeks ago, I was, visited, I guess you could say, by the late Paul Daniels. He appeared sort of hovering in midair, late at night, as magicians do, hovering, and he said to me, Vincent. Hold on, there's more to come. He said, Vincent, it's me, Paul Daniels. And I said, oh, hi, Paul Daniels. What are you doing here? And he said, Vincent, I see that you spend all your days just reading the news on your phone, and you don't do magic anymore. And you've said no to going to Angel Field Festival. And I said, well, yeah, but what can I do, Paul Daniels? And he said, I have some advice for you. You can keep reading the news on your phone whilst doing your magic show. Just use misdirection so that people don't notice too much. And I said, oh, okay, thank you, Paul Daniels. I'll do that. Great. And then his voice fizzled out in a kind of, hey, and he disappeared, as magicians do. So then I woke up the next morning and I bought my train ticket for Liverpool, and here I am. The question is, of course, what did Paul Daniels mean? Sorry, again, my bad. That track was meant to play really like low, like 1% volume, so that we can't. It's like a subliminal. It's like it's meant to be like we can't. Just forget that you heard that. So let's do a card trick, maybe with the card trick. This is a trick about. What is it about? Well, it's about the impossible, I guess you could call it. A card trick about the impossible. There are two categories of things that can happen in the world: the possible and the impossible. And this trick takes place in the latter category. Hold on a second. This is a bit embarrassing. Have my shoelaces been like this the whole? Oh, hold on. I know what to do. I hope I can remember this. Hold on a second. Let's see if this works. Yeah, it's better. Yeah. It's actually it's one of the few magic tricks that's actually kind of useful in everyday life. So where was I? Yes, card trick about the impossible. Now, in order to make the impossible happen, we need to train our imaginations a little bit. That's why I have this blindfold. Which it's just for me, the blindfold. You keep your eyes open. It helps me to get into a kind of dream state, the dream zone. So I'm just going into the dream zone now. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to warm up our imaginations together, and we're just going to do that by imagining a couple of impossible things. Okay, and this is going to help us with the card trick. So let's imagine, everyone, a space-time portal. Okay, we're going to imagine a space-time portal over here in a moment, not yet. It's just going to appear out of nothing, and I don't actually know what a space-time portal looks like, to be honest, but I mean, just imagine it. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to count to 3, click my fingers, and we're just going to make a portal appear. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Whoa, yes, I can see the particles of air and the stage are rearranging themselves to form a kind of a portal, a space-time portal. It's really magical. And if you gaze upon this portal, you can see that space and time are just infinite. It's like, wow. Yeah, portal, great. And now let's just let go of that image of the portal. Yeah, it's just back to being a floor and curtain. And yeah, I know. But it's important. It's important to be able to come back to reality and not get sort of carried away by the imagination. So that's good. Okay, tell you what, let's just do one more to warm up the imagination. Let's do one on this side now. Maybe we can do... Oh, I know what. Let's imagine Yoda. Let's imagine Yoda just appearing. Yeah, just appearing. Like the real Yoda, not like an actor pretending to be, the real Yoda just appearing on stage. And I don't know why Yoda, but the imagination has no bounds. So, okay, so the same thing on a clap, and here we go. Oh, hey Yoda. How are you doing, Yoda? It's Yoda, everyone, from Star Wars. Tell us, Yoda, have you come from far, far away? Oh, are you leaving us? Are you going? Oh, okay. See you later, Yoda. Bye. Bye, Yoda. Ah, and now he's gone. That was good, everyone. Okay, good. So now our imagination should be fairly warmed up, and we can go and we can sort of start to do the impossible card trick. 52 playing cards in a deck of cards, yes. Hearts, diamonds, clubs, and spades. And, what's this card doing underneath my foot? Pesky playing cards. They have a tendency to jump around, yes. That's not the card trick, by the way. That's just a bit of admin at the start, okay? So what's going to happen is we have the aces, the 2s, the 3s, the 4s, the 5s, the 6s, the 7s, all the way to the 10s, the jacks, queens, and kings, and the hearts, diamonds, clubs, and spades. What's going to happen is, in a moment, I'm going to actually leave the area here and just kind of show the cards to one helpful audience member. And I just want that person to simply look at all the different cards and just in their mind, to select one from the cards that they can see. So just to select one card in your mind from the cards that you can see, and then we'll take it from there. How does this? Okay, so I'm entering a very deep phase of the dream zone. So just for a moment, I need everyone's rapt attention. Okay, how does this come? Okay, okay. So right now, I'm going towards. I really need concentration here, everyone. So I'm just. Oh, is this gonna fall? Okay, and perhaps round about. Is there someone here who could just help me to memorize a card? It's not a big audience participation thing. Is there someone here? Just say yes. Yes, thank you. Thank you. You are my dream spectator, so that's great. Can I ask for your name? Rachel. Hi, Rachel. Thanks for helping out. Rachel, if I sort of awkwardly put the microphone in the crook of my arm like this, can you see that card? I can. Okay, great. What I'm going to do, Rachel, is I'm just going to come here so you can hopefully see them even better. And I'm just going to go through the cards. Rachel, just memorize any one of these cards that you see as I go through them, okay? So it can be near the bottom, near the top, near the middle, whichever, as long as it's a card that you're seeing from the deck. Did you manage to see one card and sort of commit it to your mind, Rachel? Fantastic, great. I'm just going to go back to the mic stand, okay? Thanks, my helpful assistants there. Where would I be without them? Okay, so Rachel, so just to kind of clarify for everyone else, you are a genuine audience member in the sense we haven't pre-arranged anything. So you are a genuine audience member. Could you just say yes? Yes, fantastic. And also, there is no way in the entire world, Rachel, that anyone outside of yourself can know what card is now on your mind. That's right, yes? Fantastic. That is right, Rachel. Okay, everyone, here is the impossible feat of imagination. Rachel, one last thing I'd like you to do is to close your eyes. That's right, close your eyes. And with your eyes closed, you too are entering a kind of dream state, and I'd like you to send me your thought of card, okay? So sort of send me your thought of card, and don't actually sort of fall asleep or anything. This is all just to sort of patter. But I'd like you to enter that kind of dream state, and send me your thought of card. And in a moment, if this works, the card that you're thinking of will appear as if by magic in my hand. It's this one. It's this one here. Okay, so keep your eyes closed. Keep sending your card towards me. Here is the imaginary feat. And if this works, in a moment, the card that you're merely thinking of will be the card in my hand. Rachel, I'm going to ask you on the count of 3, could you open your eyes and say out loud the name of your card? It's this one here, everyone. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, can I just check something, Rachel? Did you perchance... Oh, sorry. Is it you? Did you perchance say Ace of Hearts? You can open your eyes now, Rachel. You didn't say... okay. Did you hear the track? It was subliminal. It was so subliminal. So you just chose a random card from the deck. Yeah. So how am I supposed to do the magic? Okay. No. I'll tell you what. It's fine because we've trained our imaginations, haven't we? We have trained our imaginations. So what we can do, what we can do is we can imagine that the Ace of Hearts is any card, Well, yeah, because so for example, you said what was the card again? Sorry, Rachel. The Jack of Hearts. So we can just imagine that the particles of the Ace of Hearts are rearranging themselves to form an image of the Jack of Hearts. And if you do that well, the illusion is absolutely compelling. It really appears as if it's good, isn't it? Oh, just to be clear, you're doing all the work. Yeah, you're doing all the work here of imagining that Ace of Hearts is... I'll tell you what, I'll show you what I mean. I'll put that card into the middle of the deck. You can just keep doing it. You can do it with a different card, like this one here. If you just imagine that card is also the Jack of Hearts, then you should probably see that. I'll get rid of that one. Is it clear what's happening? So you can just imagine any card in the deck is a Jack of Hearts. I can see a Jack of Hearts. Can you see a Jack of Hearts here? Okay. Okay, good. Yeah. I'll just shuffle the cards a bit. Oh, no, it's fine. Let's see if it kind of continues to work. I'll just give this a bit more of a shuffle. And if you're sort of imagining, you should be able to again see a Jack of Hearts, and not just the top one, but the one just below, and not just that one actually. Oh, hold on, because also the third one. Yeah, are you still getting Jack of Hearts? Amazing. I mean, it's your power of imagination. If I go down, like, say, to about here, is that still Jack of Hearts? That's amazing. Let's go down to, well, how about the bottom of, is this a Jack of Hearts? This isn't a Jack? Oh, okay. The imagination is starting to wear off. So perhaps this is not a Jack, or this is it's not. This is not. It's funny because I'm still getting the Jack of Hearts. So maybe. Are you seeing the Jack of Hearts here on the bottom? I'll tell you what. There are different degrees of imagination. There are, and somehow the adults are sort of clinging to their childish origins, and we want to believe, but the kids know. In fact, we're seeing a Jack of Hearts on the bottom, and also if I go to the middle of the deck, or if I go down a few more cards, we're still seeing the Jack of Hearts. Wherever we turn in the deck, we're going to see, on the top, for example, or if I get rid of that card, then the next card along is still also going to be a Jack. But, of course, we know that is not the case. Yeah, that's just over-imagining. The kids see through it. They know what's real. We just somehow believed. Oh, yeah? Okay, great. We somehow believe, but it isn't. And it's important to come back to reality. It's as harsh as it is. It's important to remember this Jack of Hearts, this was the card that you selected. It never was a Jack of Hearts because it's always still been an Ace of Hearts. And not just this one. The next card along is, in fact, a Ten of Spades. Which is not the Jack of Hearts. The next card after that is a King of Diamonds. I mean, it could be the Jack of Hearts, but it's not. It's a Nine of Spades. It could be a Jack of Hearts, but it's actually an Ace of Clubs. If we go into the middle of the deck, let's see what we find. A Six of Clubs, not the Ace of Spades. Or on the bottom of the deck, we've got a Queen of Diamonds, a 3, a 4, a King. Where is the Jack of Spades? They're all... this is a Jack of Diamonds. This is really weird. A moment ago, your Jack of Hearts was everywhere, and now it's like nowhere. That's a Jack of Diamonds on the. Hold on a second. Did I drop a? Hold on a second. Did I drop a card at the very? And no one bothered to tell me anything. But hold on a second. Hold on. If I dropped a card at the very, very start, that means that when I showed Rachel the cards, there was one card missing from the. It might be this really is impossible, Rachel. This is your Jack of Hearts. How? Thank you very much. Great. So thanks for that. That genuinely was the first time performing since March 2020. And so that concludes sort of the live section. There are two parts to this. There's a live show, and then what's going to follow is a film. So just to give you a tiny bit of context, this is a film that was made, we finalized it this year, but it was made in response to cancellation of the tour that I was doing last year, the Tour of Enchantment. I managed to do 2 gigs, I think, out of the tour. And then in the midst of the pandemic, I reached out to filmmaker Hugo Glendinning to see how we could somehow try and make a film about this cancelled show. So I think that's all I need to tell you. It premiered in April this year online, so I'm really happy to sort of see it, sit with you and watch it in an actual real space, as opposed to sort of on our laptops. And I think that's all I need to say. Yeah, thanks for coming out. It's great to try out some of this stuff. Some of these materials, you might see little bits of it in the film as well, because I basically took some elements from the Cancel tour and readapted them for you today, changed them around. I need to take this off stage and I need to open the curtains so as to get the projection screen and enjoy the film. Yeah, thank you very much.